Hey, great day to you all. I hope that over the past couple of days, you've all been able to wake up super grateful and maintain that vibe all day, telling yourself that you're amazing and you're capable and you're strong and you're smart and you're beautiful, but most of all that you're loved and that you're grateful to have the opportunity to live another day. You see, there's a lot of reason to why I encourage you all to maintain that vibe. You know what? Because factually, if I don't maintain that vibe for myself, well, I probably wouldn't survive too long. You know, and I'm going to talk about it. So I haven't been out here doing some lives. No, I haven't. Since last Friday. Because I've had to take it easy for the past couple of days. And I'll explain why. You see, when I was just in that relationship, the intensity of it was so severe on my heart that I had a heart attack. And I had a real major heart attack. To the point that I have severe scarring on my heart from that heart attack. So what has that done to me? That has induced a completely new way of life on me that I am still adjusting to, actually. And that's why I must maintain the vibe that I do. Because my heart, I suffer from angina now. What is that? It's a pain that happens in your heart and in your chest and in your arms and stuff when you have inadequate blood supply to your heart. So this is due to the scarring. Okay, so when I lift things that are too heavy, I feel it in my heart. When I push myself too much, I feel it in my heart. This is a new normal for me. And doesn't matter if it's been 2 years since the heart attack or not. I have a new normal that I'm living with that is very difficult for a person like me to adjust to. You see? So when people think that I'm stressed out or emotional, I'm really not, because I can't allow myself to be. I have to maintain a certain vibration at all times. So today, I figured I should just come out and answer the questions that I've been asked over the past couple of days, like, why haven't I been out here doing a live? And some other questions. But like I was explaining just now, I'm adjusting to a new normal of my heart because of the scarring on my heart physically. Now, scar tissue doesn't stretch. So I suffer angina if I'm doing things. Look, if I get too stressed out, I get chest pains immediately. If I go to lift something that's too heavy for my heart and I can't get enough blood, I feel it. And being the person that I am, nothing stops me, even these new normals. So it's very difficult to function my life right now being who I am with the new limitations of my life. On top of walking away from a very difficult relationship and having to start over from scratch. What's up? Just passing through. Yo, Guy, I love you, bro. Your announcement for the Old Irish pub there, for the Shadigi thing, I put it on my story and I shared it. I love you. I hope you have a great time. I really do. I'm happy to see you. I hope everything worked out with your car. And if you're still doing the GoFundMe page, can you post it? Have yourself an awesome day. You too. I love you lots. Post that GoFundMe if you still have it going on my page, and I'll share it. Okay? Big time. So, like I was explaining, I'm adjusting to a new normal with my heart, the way it's functioning. But it's okay because I'm grateful to be alive, but it doesn't stop me. Thank you. Hey, it's my pleasure. I love you loads. I love you loads, and I love what you're doing. And I think more people need to get out and enjoy life, including myself. Literally. But I'm adjusting to a new normal of my heart. And if I get stressed out and crowds of people that are still asleep, if you catch my drift, stress me out because the vibration of them is very much lower than what I have to maintain, so it's hard. But anyway, I'll adjust. So like I said, I'm adjusting to a new normal for the functioning of my heart. So yeah, it's all great to want to do things for the world and want to change my situation and want to, but hey, I am totally having to create my life from a normal that I don't know right now at all. And so it's not, it's kind of, how would I say it? A lot of people, after something like what I've lived and coming back from whatever, people will question, well, where do I go from here? Because I know I've felt that same way after. But what I've realized over the past couple of days, and me having to pull back from the lives and stuff, is because, look, when I come out here and I talk about the conditions of my living, it's not a joke. So even adjusting to my new normal with these limitations of my heart, because I have angina, it happens. Look, since this guy has left my place and I became septic from fish tanks that I had to get rid of and get rid of all of this stuff, and look, ended up with roaches because of the fish tanks and having to deal with that, and then mice. I've been dealing with mice. I'm up on the 4th floor. The whole building here has mice. So last Friday, when the guy came for the mice, the new company, because I have had enough with the mice, because they keep coming in. So he came for the mice. And when he realized why I had been so frustrated and stressed out about the mice, but also mice are toxic, eh? So they come in and they piss and shit all over your house, which they did in this place. And they burrow in all of the places where you don't think they'll be. Well, they're there. So with the new limitations of my heart, I haven't been able to move a lot of the things that I would be able to, that's why I was mentioning Thursday that I had to flip my apartment apart. I had no choice. I literally had no choice. But what did that induce on me? Well, I felt like I had another heart attack, to be honest with you. So that's why the past couple of days, I haven't bothered coming out, because I've been adjusting. Like, it was worse than just any angina attack I've had, which I've had many. I've had many angina attacks. And this is why I hold a state of neutral. And I must. It's not a choice of mine. This is, my life depends on it. So yeah, I can be passionate about certain things, but my life right now depends on me maintaining a certain vibration. Factually. So when I flip my place apart to get all of this mouse shit and piss out of here, well, the toxins of that, plus the bleach I was using to clean it all, and plus having to put all the pressure on my heart, yeah, pushed me to a state of feeling like I was having another heart attack. And I woke up the next day feeling the same effects as if I had a heart attack. So yeah, and I know what a heart attack feels like. I had one. So I've been just rejuvenating and recuperating the past couple of days. Simple. And really not doing much. Even sleeping during the day, and I don't do that. So I know that my heart really... So I got to take it easy. But you see, people... I'm adjusting to a new normal too, and we all have to, according to life situations or experiences or things not going the way we wanted to, or mishaps, or, you know. And I don't tell you guys this to have any pity, because I don't even fucking pity myself. I never thought in a million years that I would have to live the rest of my life with my heart literally broken. But like I've said, I never submitted to a man in my life. And when I did, that's what happened. Because I went all in heartfully. Yeah. Facts. So I can't be upset about anything. That was a choice that I made. Literally. And I'm living the consequences of my choices. Because before the heart attack, listen, there were many things that already. And I just kept forgiving, believing that there would be change, and there wasn't. It just got more brutal, and to the point I had a heart attack. Simple. And then I was locked into it till I was strong enough to get out of it. Simple. My own choices. Nobody forced me into that. And do I hate him? No, not at all. The learning, priceless. Priceless. That's why I have zero expectations. I was fine all my life and fine with being alone for 18 years before I pulled that stunt. Yeah, well, that's what happens. I went all in heartfully to something, and whoa, yeah. So, like I say, we have free will for the choices that we make in our life, but we are not free from the consequences of our choices. And it's as simple as that. So, I'm adjusting to living the consequences of me loving this man. That's it. Simple. And I'll always love him. Just like I love everybody else. No different. And that was a question that I was asked, actually, that I have, was, Tobi, how do you feel about those that you don't talk to anymore, that you cut off? I don't feel anything about them. I don't think about them. I don't care to think about them. When they're gone, they're gone. Out of my existence. Just like yesterday. It no longer exists. So that's been my past 4 days. Is just coming back from what felt like almost, if it wasn't another heart attack, it was very close to it. So I just gotta heal. But yeah, I can have no stress in my life, not even within my own being. And I know that too. So, that's why I haven't been out here. You know, but sometimes that's just what it is. And that's why I encourage you guys, practice that pause and be careful about the choices that you're making for yourself, because even me, we're free to make free will. This is our free will, our choices, but we are not free from the consequences of those fucking choices. And you got to keep a clear head and a stillness within your being, because, look, if I wasn't so energetically inclined and realize certain things, I don't think I'd be able to stay alive, And literally me maintaining a certain vibration, it's not a joke when I say that my life depends on it. My new normal after that heart attack, I'm lucky to be alive. And after everything I've come back from, I am lucky to be alive. I do not need to have the Benz and the billions in the bank account. I am lucky to be breathing. Simple shit. And that's the way it is for me. So no, I don't have expectations, and I don't have, I'm lucky to be alive. And lucky to have every day in this experience that I do. And I don't take it for granted. And that's why I take my time and my energy very seriously about where I put it. Because a lot of people will come and they'll feed off your energy, and they only give you back doubt and shit, because everything's a transfer. That's why I listen to my heart all the time. My life literally depends on it. Why? Because it'll give you two feelings. And that's the true brain. So if I do not allow my true brain to govern my being, I'm dead. This is why I come out here and I tell you guys what I do. This is why I tell you guys to get the fuck out of your heads, because it's killing you. This is why I tell people that they're on a repeat pattern until they disrupt it and correct it and analyze and figure out themselves. Like, what the fuck triggers you? Why do you have these triggers? This is the work that I've had to do, eh? Why? To stay alive. Think I just wanted to do this? No, I wanted to stay alive. And be okay. That's why I don't take this stuff for a joke. Because I don't take my life for a joke. And yeah, with this new normal, do you know how frustrating it is for me to have beat death and come back from everything that I have and now be limited through my heart now? And still have to be in a position where I'm doing everything alone and worrying about everything alone after total financial ruin, walking away from a narcissist? You fucking kidding me? And I still come out here and preach to the world? And then, I hear people bitch and cry about the fucking dumbest shit. Literally. And I'm like, wow. And I hear the fear and the shame and the blame and the guilt and it makes me sick. Literally. That's why I take my time and my energy very seriously. And I'll grant that allotment to anybody once. But dependent on them is whether they'll get it a second time. And I don't need to justify that to nothing or nobody on the planet. And this is what I hope and pray you guys do for yourself. Because you don't even realize what's killing you. You don't. Well, I had to figure out what was killing me. So why haven't I been out here in the past couple of days? Because I'm telling you, the living conditions I'm living under is not a fucking joke. And I had to deal with mice stuff crazy in this apartment, to the point where, yes, I had to flip my place upside down, like I had mentioned last week. I just didn't say it's because the whole building is infested with mice. And I got fucking mice living in my place and not paying fucking rent. Well, with my new normalcy of my heart, I had to flip this place apart. And I'm telling you, it's not a joke. I felt like I had another heart attack. So I'm chilling. And I see people fucking falling apart for bullshit because of what somebody said or what they thought. Or, oh, because of something. Yo. You know how difficult it is for me to be in a vicinity right now that I go outside to walk my dog and it's pure dog shit everywhere because people here have no self-respect and garbage everywhere. You know how hard it is for me to be in a certain vibration because my life depends on it, living in what I'm living? This is why I don't fucking take excuses from anybody. And I don't like shit talk. And unless it's meaningful, no, thank you. Keep that shit for you and your fucking three-ring circus and your clowns. Because I'm not one of them. This is why I take inner work seriously. I didn't just do it because I wanted to be a better person. No, I had to do it to stay alive. And I have to maintain a certain frequency every day, living in what I'm living, so that my heart doesn't fucking stop on me, okay? Factually. They did the tests on my heart. My heart's scarred. Angina is real. Well, doesn't that force me to listen to my fucking heart? I guess so, eh? So why do I encourage everybody to start doing it? Because I hope to fuck it doesn't take for them to have a heart attack or live what I've lived to get it right. Because factually, I don't know another person on the planet that could handle all that I have and sit here today and just be okay to it. It's okay. Because it is. It's okay. Why? Because I'm breathing. Gotta keep it simple. Less is more. Yeah. And yeah, I'll still come out and still try to encourage everybody to get right with themselves and to love themselves and to wholeheartedly govern their life in a meaningful way. Yeah, because I wasted my life not doing that. I was always kind, always nice, always did for others, but I wasn't kind to myself. I never put myself first. Why? Because I grew up in a household from my first breath where I was never considered to be a first at anything. Come on, I'm a fourth kid. My life story is what it is. Nobody taught me how to fucking love myself, or that I mattered, or to have a voice and speak up. If they had, I wouldn't have kept a secret being molested at a young age. Come on. But just because it wasn't taught to us then, it doesn't mean that it can't be learned now. And, everything that we don't get right within our own being is killing us. How do I know? Well, I had to live it to figure that out. Because no doctor could tell me that. And my family couldn't tell me that. They had written me off by then. Why? Because I was so fucking in the drugs so deep for my own fucking self-soothing that I had been written off. But I'd been written off a long time before that. And that's why, hey, the dealers became my fucking family. They were the only ones that would answer my call. Factually. So, hey. Yeah, I ran on the streets and I did all kinds of fucking shit. I've done it all. All of it. All of it. Even sold my ass. So, what? Is there any shame there? None. Did what I had to do to survive. Yeah. Since my first breath. Well, that kind of lifestyle and that kind of life puts you right to death. Factually. Because every emotion that you ever had about how anything was dark and gloomy in your life, and all the guilt, shame, denial, judgment of it all that you got stored in you, will kill you. How do I know? Because it almost killed me. How do I know it was the negative emotions that were stored in me? Well, when the doctors and the microbiologists sit there and tell you you're going to die in 16 hours because your kidneys no longer function at all, and because you're a drug addict, you are not an option for a transplant, and your liver's shot, you're poisoned. You're in total septic shock. Your body is completely poisoned. And we don't know what's doing it to you. They cut chunks out of my legs, sent it across Canada. With no anesthetic, by the way. And I said to them, why? You're not going to freeze me? You know what they said to me? Well, we can't induce any more pain than you're already in. Sliced out chunks of my legs. Zero compassion. Well, when they sent my skin tissue across Canada, there were zero answers for them. Why? Because they weren't testing for fucking trauma, pain, suffering, abuse, molestation, rape, trauma, drug addiction, fucking alcoholism, none of that shit. Well, I had to get right with all of that. Because nobody could help me do that. Why? Because my life depended on it. So, I just hope and pray that nobody gets pushed to that point. And then they get to the point where they don't have the strength to do the work that I did to stay in my fucking body. Because if you think that I haven't had to put in some serious work to stay alive, that has been the hardest job I've ever had to do on the planet. Literally. Living now with this new normal of my heart limitations. Trust me when I tell you, it makes me question wanting to even be on this fucking planet. Literally. But the knowledge that I have, I can't keep that to myself. Especially when everybody runs to the medical system, to a system that shackles you to fucking being sick. Not one doctor could help me. You guys got to get this right, eh? All they kept telling me was, Tobi, you're going to die. You're going to die. You're going to die. And I'm like, fuck these fucking retards. I had to get pissed off. And literally in my head, I'm like, you fucking know who you're talking to? Telling me that your kidneys will never work again. You got to be hooked up to dialysis if they do start to work. You can't survive this. You're leaving here in a body bag. Yeah. Well, the same one that told me that body bagged his 44-year career. Okay. Not me. Guys, you got to get right with the power that's inside of you, because I don't have anything that you guys don't have. What blocks you from it is all that stored shit that makes us sick. What is that? All of those fucking emotions of everything we've ever had to live. Any painful situation, any trauma, any guilt, any shame. Anybody ever guilted you or shamed you or made you feel fucked up or made you feel unworthy or made you feel not valid? And there's been a lot of that shit if you had a life anything similar to mine. That shit is poison to your being. Why? Because it is a contradiction to what is fueling us for the experience. This is why it's so important to keep children in that fucking state as long as possible. But everybody wants their kids to grow up. Do you know that we are not even supposed to be out of that fucking state? We're supposed to be in a joyful, blissful state all the time, in a childlike state, because that's your purest form. You're not supposed to be containing judgment and chaos and blame and shame and guilt and manipulating others to your fucking, to bend to your wishes. The fuck is all of that? None of that is supposed to be contained in our beings. You got to consciously release it. Yeah, and it takes work. Because it's like a fucking onion. You start with the peel. The minute you say, okay, yeah, I'm ready to do this. Well, the first layer of the peel comes off. Yeah, well, you don't just chop that onion in this work. I tell you that. It's layer by layer. And the more that you unlayer, the more surfaces. Why? Because your subconscious brain hides it from you. Why? Because it doesn't want you to feel that again. That's why it gets stored and trapped in us. That's why you only have 5% access to your brain. The rest of it is for fucking quick reference to keep you safe, and that's it. To keep your body functioning the way it should. Well, what's contained in that automatic program that's functioning all of your organs? Well, all the shit that shouldn't be there too. Any memory that you can recall that made you feel bad, you got to get rid of it. Not the memory, just the emotion attached. That's where I come into play. But don't push yourself to total organ failure and total septic shock from your emotions that are stored in you to fucking want some change, eh? Because by then I doubt. See, this is, it all correlates. And I've had to really get some own answers for myself over the past couple of days because, believe it or not, somebody asked me the other day, Tobi, with you so connected, you must know everything all the time. Listen, I don't want to fucking know. Half the time. I really don't. I'm so sick of knowing, it's not even a joke. Okay? Factually. Because I don't find anybody else around me with that knowing. So it's very hard to try to communicate with people that they don't understand. Their brain can't even process what you're telling them. And it's real. For me especially, it's very real. I have a very difficult time at this point. I have to maintain a certain vibration within me to stay alive, and it's as simple as that. With the new limitations on my heart especially, with the angina not having adequate blood flow to my heart, which causes the pain and the everything, which will easily give me another heart attack, full blown. Look, I can't be in conversations with people that I want to fucking choke. I can't be in conversations with people that are just trying to manipulate, abuse, or lie to me. If people are doing that to themselves, this is why my cutoff game must be real. And not look back. My life depends on it. And if somebody is not coming to make my life better, well, then I cannot allow that. Because my life depends on it. And this is another reason why another question that was asked, Tobi, why do you stay away from people? Well, because at this point, my life depends on it. And I find myself having conversations with people just lackadaisically. If it's not business oriented, and if it's not project based, and if it's not focused on something, the common conversation around me it makes me feel nauseated. There's no meaning in it. It's gap filler. Okay? I'm not interested in these hole-filling conversations just as a pastime. I'd rather not have them. That's why. My life depends on it. It's not a joke. So, this is why I come out and I try to make people aware about how they have to get right with themselves, because if not, they're allowing poison to flow through their being. Well, I say it because I've lived it. Time and time again. So, at the level that I'm at right now, the vibration that I must keep on a daily basis in order for my heart to be okay is to be loving towards all. But nothing means anything, because to which something means to you is to the level of which it can affect you. Well, I cannot allow anything outside of me to affect me. I can't. This is why I stay neutral to everything and loving to all. But yes, my cutoff game is real. I will not allot one person to make me not feel right twice. And what does that mean exactly? Well, if I'm projecting love and a person can't be loving back, well, that's where I go, snip. No animosity, no hard feelings, but hey, all I am is loving, and this is what you want to return to me. I'm sorry, but I cannot accept that as a human being, because that is not loving. And it doesn't take a word or an action or a pattern to know if something's loving or not. It's common sense, and it's also a feeling. So, yeah, these are some of the questions that I was asked. And most of it was, Tobi, how come you haven't been out for the lives? Well, because of my life situation and circumstance and the shit that I have to live right now. Well, I was in a situation last week where I had to flip my place upside down because of mice. And a lot of, a couple of people that knew about the mice were like, Tobi, why don't you just go get traps? Well, listen, I'm walking away from financial ruin with limitations on my heart that don't allow me to return to work. So, not only am I adjusting to new limitations, well, I had to flip my place upside down with my limitations of my heart, clean mouse, shit, and piss, because no, I don't have finances to go and get extra traps in between these lackadaisical companies that don't take care of things properly, which is more stress. Okay, yes. But I'm still sitting here okay. Well, last Friday, I felt like I was having another heart attack. So I'm just chilling. And that's how it's going to be. I can't get stressed out about things I can't control. Right now, I am living the repercussions of my choices, which were to love somebody unconditionally. Well, it's very difficult to be okay within a situation like this, but my frequency and maintenance of it depends on my life right now. This is why every morning, wake up grateful. No matter what it is you gotta live. Why do I say that? Because you guys don't even realize how bad it could be. Well, come spend a couple of days with me and you'll see. Come step in and take a walk in my neighborhood, where you can't even walk on the sidewalks because they're full of dog shit. Literally. And garbage everywhere. And nobody giving a shit about anything except for their next fucking fix or their next drink. Okay? This is why I put my life together, removed myself of all my debt 3 years ago before getting into that relationship. Had a brand new car. Had a company going. Well, what can I say? Shit happens, eh? Well, don't wait until shit happens to you guys to get it right. Simple. Be loving to yourself, be loving to everybody, and those who cannot be loving back, reciprocated to you, you cut them the fuck out of your life. Because it doesn't matter what anybody's doing. It matters what you're doing and what you're accepting in your life. How do I know? Because I know that more now than ever. All right? Seriously. And it's okay. You don't need anybody giving a shit. If you're feeling like nobody does, because really nobody does. Let me be the one to tell you. Nobody does give a shit. The quicker you get real with that, the better off you'll be. You know, my dad was very right, eh? He was very right. And it's only now that I see how right he was, you know. After he's gone. Yeah. More times than not, they'll tell you they love you because they want something. And that's it. Well, he was right. Very right. This is why I encourage you guys all to love yourself no matter what. Because from that point, it doesn't matter who's loving you. Your vibration, your inner peace depends on you and nothing but. And once you acquire it, you hold on to that shit like nothing else matters. Because frequency, that's all that matters. How do I know? Because if I don't maintain a certain frequency within my being, no matter what I'm living, I'm dead. And I know that too, because I'm living in a body that has been under inhabitable conditions for many years. So, if I can do it, there is no excuse for anybody else. You can be okay no matter what. It's a simple choice. Watch what you're feeding yourself, primarily, energetically. Watch what you're listening to. Watch what you're watching. Watch who you're talking to. Watch who you're putting your choices in the hands of. What do I mean by that? Well, when you got decisions to make, do you make them from your heart or from the opinion of your friends and family? Are you calling everybody, oh, what do you think about that? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Or do you fucking make your own judgment? Hey, I'll tell you something. When I got choices to make, I don't call fucking nobody but my spirit team. Hey, Dad, what do you think about this? Well, it's funny, because one of the last things that my dad ever said to me was, I know I can depend on you, Tobi. In this life and after. And I didn't understand what he meant. But I do now. Yeah. And I will make as many aware as humanly possible of what's possible. And what's possible is that you can be okay no matter what. And that you can heal your body. And no matter what circumstance or situation you're living, or no matter what choice you've made, or any repercussion of your choices that you're living, that you can be okay too. And see, this is what I want people to be, is okay no matter what. And to stop giving everybody else the governance of their well-being. Owning themselves individually. Okay? You see, factually, there's nothing that anybody can do to me that I haven't allowed for them to do. You see? Full self-accountability. I understand that nothing outside of me can make me feel any way because I am the governance of my own state. I did enough inner work to know what my triggers were. I did enough work to identify and have to relive every one of my traumas that was stored in me to become this strong. Well, it's not always about being strong, because you'll get sick of being strong just like I did too. Literally. And you're going to be sick of asking for more endurance. Because I found myself over the past 10 years just asking for endurance. Look, I don't want much. I just want you to give me the endurance to get through anything that I have to. Well, I've been given the endurance. And much more than that. Knowledge is power. I don't want you guys to be putting your wellness in the hands of anybody else but yourself. And when you do, you're headed for demise in ways that you don't even realize now. Well, I had to find out the hard way too. Yeah. And a lot of people have asked me another thing. Tobi, is love enough? No, it's not. No, it's not. Why do I say that? Because there's got to be trust. There's got to be respect. There has to be an honor for the commitment. There has to be two individuals that really set out with the best intentions, the best foot forwards. Or no, love is not enough. We love a lot of things in life, and then once we acquire them, the love diminishes. What do I mean? Hey, I know what you felt like. Hey, I want that new TV. I love that TV. Oh, I want that dog. I want that. I just love this. I want that. I would love to do this. And then once you got it, it's Yeah. That's what happens. That's why love is just not enough. Ever. And it's got to be reciprocated or it's just demise. I know. I had a heart attack from giving a man my heart, and all he did was crush it with steel-toe boots. I'm living with new heart limitations because of it. So yeah, love is not enough. And it has to be reciprocated or it'll kill you. Yeah. These are all life lessons I've had to learn. No problem. I've learned them. I've gotten over them. And I'm living the consequences of them. That's okay. Not too many can do what I do. But I already know that. And not too many can live in the conditions that I am living in and be okay. And not be sitting here at this time of day fucked up already. I know that. It's okay. I can do it. Just like I fucking signed up and said, yeah, okay. I'll do it. Yeah. I'll get rid of the generational curses. I'll heal the ancestry. I'll do the lineage work. I'll do the digging up of all the past history and the lineages and really do the dig. Yeah, well, I did. I found out family things that definitely have to be healed. All kinds of not good things. Historically. That have been leaked through the generations. And I totally understand why people operate the way they do in the lineages that are around me now. You see? You got to do the research to do the digging to find any answers. Well, I totally understand why my grandmother was the way she was, why her father was the way he was, I went back. Got to do the digging, get the stories, get the knowledge to figure it out. Our parents or our people don't just end up fucked up. No, there's a reason for it. And there's stuff leaking through the lineage that has to be cleaned up. But half the time people don't want to even look at it. They avoid everything. They avoid even the choices that they've made. Zero self-accountability. Zero respect. I just can't be bothered. So yeah, I answered some questions. I haven't been out here to give you guys any kind of love. Why? Because, you know what? In all factuality, I was not feeling too loving. Why? Because I'm feeling neutral. And I have to, because right now, if I tilt it to allow any state of being other than neutral, well, I just may not be able to keep my cool. So that's why my neutral is very important, because should I decide to flip the switch, listen, the old Tobi is not dead. She's just asleep. She's, yeah, I say the old Tobi's dead, but no, if I have to ever call on that old Tobi, oh, fuck. Look out, world, and everybody who has intentionally harmed me over the past, my whole life, Because, yeah. But I leave that up to Source and my spirit team. Actually. Yeah. Unfortunately, life is for learning and nothing but. Can't take anything with you when you go. So seize every life lesson that you possibly can and be the best person that you can in this fucking experience, because you know what? When you look around you, literally, when you look around you, you're going to see how badly it's needed for you to be that person. Well, you can count on me to be that person. Just like everybody has, as long as they've ever fucking known me. I haven't changed. I've just I need to maintain a certain frequency in my being to survive right now. And I take that very seriously. And I will not allow any person, place, or thing that disrupts this within me anywhere near me. That's all. And unless I am reciprocated the love that I show, I don't want to be bothered. I don't give a fuck what name or title is attached. There is no person, place, or thing that is more important to me than my life. I don't care who they are. That stands for anybody on the planet. I hope you can own that within your own being too. Because if you're not standing up for yourself the way I must stand up for myself, hey, nobody is. And you think, oh, okay, well, this one stands up for me, and this one stands up for me, and this one stands, yeah? Who are they standing up as? And are they standing up because they feel indebted to you? Or are they standing up for you because what? They're going to get something out of it. Look at the people that are around you. And it doesn't matter if they're family. Because unfortunately, when it comes to me, I have allowed myself to be the fall cushion for many years. Anytime they were in a bad situation, well, Tobi fixed it. Tobi fixed it. Anybody needed counseling during depression, Tobi fixed it. Well, not one of them helped me in any shape, way, or form at all during any of my struggle. You say family is important? Okay. I don't know. I don't come from a very loving family. And that's why I have to be who I am. Because my grandkids, while they will never be able to say that their grandmother was unloving or unkind or didn't have their best interests at heart or didn't attempt to make a difference in this world that is shit. No, my grandkids will know, holy shit, no matter what she lived, she got through it. She beat death. She tapped into the power of her healing. She wrote 10 books. Even after being stomped on by family who didn't give a shit, friends who didn't give a fuck, my grandmother made it. That's who my grandkids are going to know me as. What legacy are you leaving? Check it. Because this is why I proudly say I know I've done the work to rewrite what needed to be rewritten for my lineage. And that's what it comes down to. Because you are leaking everything you're containing down to your kids if you don't fix it. And you're governing all your parenting off of that. You're governing all your choices off of that. And your even health is governed off of that. So I encourage you all to get right with yourselves today. And yeah, me, I have a fucking open schedule. Why? Because that's just the way it is and it needs to be for a little bit. So if anybody needs help or they want a tarot card reading or they want to chit chat, book some time. Because I got lots of time. Factually. And yeah, all's good.
Liz.
All's good. Okay, well, with that call, I'll let you all go. Love y'all. Wish you a great day. And I'm happy to have come out and did a live after so many days of not doing it. But no, it's all about maintaining my vibe and not letting anything penetrate my biofield right now because my life depends on it. And yeah, somebody asked me, Tobi, do you have help? No, I don't. I've never had help in my life. I don't know what that is. Somebody asked me, why don't you ask for help? This is why, because I feel like if somebody knows you're in need and they don't free willingly do it from their heart, well, no, I don't want anything from them because they're just going to throw it in your face later. I know that too. And I also know what it feels like for people to say, oh, yes, I want to help, and then only put you in worse shit. Unfortunately, I know what that feels like too. My life has forced me into a position where I cannot depend on anybody but my own being. And that's okay too. Because I'm me. And that's all I have to be okay. Factually. Okay? So if I'm not worried, none of you should be. Okay? And it's not new. Everybody knows what I've been living. I've watched people pay it forward to organizations and all kinds of things, but I wasn't deemed as, it's okay, because I'm me. I don't need handouts. I'm okay. See what I'm saying? When you're okay no matter what, and you're neutral to life, and you're neutral to everybody and everything. And when I say that, yes, factually, I have watched my own family donate at Christmas time and at things when it's paid forward to organizations and not send me anything to my PayPal link. It's disgusting, but this is my reality. It's okay. I don't need anything but to breathe. You see? So, why do I tell you guys this? Because even after living all of this stuff, I'm not sitting here fucking hammered, drinking. I'm not all fucked up. I am sober talking to you guys. Okay? So therefore, what I'm telling you is you can get through anything. It doesn't matter what you're living. It doesn't matter what you've had to live. You can be okay. So my point to telling you guys all of this is for you to understand the magnitude of you can be okay no matter what. Doesn't matter what you've had to live. Doesn't matter what you're going through. But don't self-mutilate by thought alone. And if you're having a really hard time, well, I know what that feels like. And if you need neutral ground that understands, book some time with me. You need a clear mind that has walked the fucking pit of hell to get you through your hell, book some time with me. Simple. You got something going on internally? Physically? Fucked up within you because of what you're holding? Book some time with me. We'll fix it. Literally. And right now I got lots of time. So, as long as I'm breathing right now today, this is all the time I need to do whatever I gotta do, which is just be me. So, I hope you guys can just be. And if you can't just be, well then book some time with Tobi. Okay? I love you all. Have a great day. Peace.